Just a quick video. I'm supposed to be in the middle of remodeling my shop right now, which I'm clearly not doing. I picked up this HTC Re camera on sale for about $100, and it's waterproof, has Wi-Fi, so you could frame the shot on your smartphone. It works really well. What we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how I made this mount. I bought enough materials to make 10 mounts, and I think I paid about $5 total for it. So let's get started. First of all, we have a piece of plastic tubing. I got this in the sprinkler department at the local hardware store. It only cost a couple of dollars. And we're going to use this hacksaw device here to cut off an inch and a half or so. This is actually going to vary from helmet to helmet. The camera is a pretty wide angle lens, and you might need to adjust the length of this cut in order to keep the side of your helmet out of the frame. Okay, next we have to carve out the end of this to match the radius of the camera. Looks like we're getting a pretty close fit there, so we'll go ahead and run with that. This next product in the electrical department of the same hardware store, it's called mounting pads. I don't really know what that means, but what it is, it has a double stick tape here on the back, but it has little spots, little slots in it where you could put a zip tie through it. You can see right there how the zip tie just goes right through it. So all we really need to do now is feed this zip tie through this piece of PVC, slide it all the way down, and at this point you want to cut some notches in the sides of this tube for the zip tie, so it could clear the camera a little better. I tried it without, and it just doesn't work as well. It's just not as secure, so I like to do, I don't know, about 3/16, an eighth or 3/16 the width of the zip tie. Just place your camera in there and zip it tight. Just take some of your diagonal cutters and trim off the tail. Once you have the size figured out for your zip tie, you want it to be pretty snug on there so it doesn't slide up and down, but you could take it out and put it back in, so that way you can make, if you have more than one helmet, you can make a couple of these things and just switch the camera from helmet to helmet. You'll still have this stuck to it, but that's probably 25 cents worth of materials for a really solid camera mount. Just like that. The last step is to secure it with some epoxy glue. I actually tried using the 2-part liquid glue, and it didn't work real well, so I bought this. This is a plastic weld 2-part epoxy putty. So just cut off a little section of it. I haven't actually done this yet, so I don't know how much. I'm going to go with about a 1/2 inch or so. So this here you have about 20-25 minutes of work time, so just knead it up, roll it out, and press it on there. Just like that. I'll set this aside and let it cure for a while. So here it is, the glue is all cured up. I just went ahead and shot it with some black spray paint. Camera just slides right back in there. And the trickiest part of this whole thing is going to be positioning the camera, getting the angle on it. So I recommend getting a friend and put the helmet on and spend a lot of time getting this adjusted right, because this thing has no adjustment at all. So what I did is I put it on, got it framed right on the application for the phone. I just opened it up and figured out the angle that I wanted on it, and this seemed to be just about right, and I had my son just trace around it with a pencil. So now I know where it goes. Now these adhesive pads are ridiculously strong. Once it's on there, you're not getting it off for anything. It will actually pull itself apart. So you have to be very mindful of where you put it, because once you press it down, it's there forever. And I think that's right where I want it. Let's give it a good press. And it's done. And these pencil marks just rub right off. Let's take it for a ride. So I just took the bike around the neighborhood for a little test drive. It turns out that the wind noise is pretty prominent in the video. I just ended up deleting it. But if you wanted to do a background music or a voiceover, this is actually still a really good option. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos, and I would also really like to know what you think of my project. Thanks for watching.